Should we tell them what we got them for?
I wouldn't say the exact price, but I'd say you got a stupid deal on it.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can tell by the thumbnail, we just bought 5 RX7's. These cars were sitting in a barn for over 10 years. I guess it was an old high school shop teacher that owned them. He liked puttering with stuff. They were all kind of in various states of repair. So the owner actually passed away a couple years ago, and it's the kids that are selling them off, his adult children. They don't know anything about cars. They didn't know what kind of shape they're in. They didn't know anything about the cars. So we went down there totally blind. We went there the day after they were posted because it was such a cool deal. I had to kind of go see it for myself. We got there and it ended up that 2 of them were in good shape. One of them's in really good shape, one's in okay shape, and the other 3 are basically for parts. 2 are so-so, and then this one here is a basket case. Because of that, we were able to use that to negotiate a little bit, and we ended up getting them for a really, really good deal. So I guess now we'll just walk you through and show you all the cars. So right here we have the most rare car. This is a 1985 GSL SE. So I'm honestly not that big of a rotary guy. I had to do a lot of research on these cars, but I guess this one is the one that everybody wants. It's got the disc brakes in the rear, it's got an LSD, it's got the 13B, which I guess is the high horsepower motor. All 5 of the cars are manual transmissions. But unfortunately, this one is the most rotten. The floors, when we trailered this thing home, we got home and the floor was on the trailer. Like a big piece of floor was laying flat on the trailer. Muffler fell off. Like this thing is garbage. It's good for parts and the GSL parts that are going to be what people want. But the car itself is not going to be good for anything. It's never going to be back on the road again. So inside the GSL, you can see it's got the classic burgundy interior. I guess these leather seats are pretty rare. You'll see on some of the other cars we have these seats as well, which I guess are a more rare seat. It's got the 5-speed, like I said. It smells like it's been in a barn for 10 years. That's unmistakable. It's got power basically everything, which also made it a little bit tricky to load. We couldn't roll any of the windows down, stuff like that. But yeah, this is the rare interior, I guess. So under the hood, we've got the more desirable motor. If you look down the side there, 4 spark plugs, you can tell it's a 4-cylinder. I think that's what rotary means. Got some quality work by the old high school shop teacher. That's basically what my high school shop looked like as well. Aside from that, I don't really know what to tell you guys. It's a rotary. It's got little things that spin around inside, and it's really rusty under here. So this car here, as you can probably tell, is the nicest car of the bunch. This is a 1985 GS, so it's a little bit higher trim package. Don't actually know what that means. It's still got drum brakes in the rear. It's got a nice blue interior, maybe that's what GS means. It's got the 12A carbureted engine. But basically what you see is what you get. It's in okay shape, the paint's a little bit faded. The floors are pretty good. I don't know, it's fairly rust free as far as Canadian cars go. It's got the 12A engine, like I said. This thing's gonna be getting yanked out of here before long. We got this thing to fire up actually the other day. It was loud as hell because I don't think there's even a header on it right now. I think the exhaust is coming straight out the block. So as you guys have seen in our recent videos, we've been big into drift lately. It's all we've basically been doing with the cars. It's all I can think about. So I think that's the plan for this thing. We're gonna go full drift car with this thing. I know it's not a super common chassis for drifting. I've never really seen one before. But after doing a bunch of research, I guess you can put FC subframes in this thing. Ford 8.8s fit in this thing pretty easily. I'm going to completely gut the interior of this thing. I don't want a single piece of plastic left on the inside of this. Engine and driveline is coming out. It's going to be hopefully it's going to be a full-blown race car. I am not great at this type of content. I really like doing the wrenching content, so hopefully that means we'll have lots of content over the winter for you guys. It's not going to be a fast project, but hopefully it's fast when it's done. So this one is probably the second nicest car. It's the only one that's not an FB chassis. This one's an SA chassis. I guess they only made these for 2 or 3 years. There's a couple little differences between the FB and the SA, such as the tail lights and a little bit of the interior stuff. It's also got the 12A carbureted engine, pretty rust free as far as this collection goes. The old owner tried to paint this with something. I don't know if this thing was supposed to be chrome or silver or what, but he didn't do a great job of it. He painted the door handles and stuff like that, but nothing too major. It's pretty solid overall. First time sitting in an RX-7. What do you think?
I like this one. This one's cool. I think I want it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the SAs. I prefer the RX7's, but really the only thing I don't like about them, it's not even that I don't like about them, I just prefer the taillights and that middle trim on RX7's, but this thing's cool. I think it'd be scary as hell to go really fast in it.
The smallest car you can get to go fast in is the best.
Exactly.
Sick.
But I'm not a big fan of the 70s red interior, but that's going to be going in a bin anyway. So yeah, I'm into this. This thing's sweet.
It's got your name all over it if you want it.
Yeah.
It's yours now, that's for sure. You gotta get some Coors Lights stickers for the side of it, silver bullet.
Yeah. I like that it's a slick top too.
Yeah, I thought that would be a selling point for you. It looks like there's a little bit of Bondo along here. I don't know if there is on that side, but it sounds like metal. It doesn't sound like it's like solid with Bondo.
Mm-hmm.
The fenders have a little bit on the outside, but the lips are still there. Like, it's not actually rusty. I think he was just trying to make it look nicer for the paint job. Those lips are still all metal.
So, believe it or not, this is an RX-7. This is 4 or 5. As you can see, body's in rough shape, but it's not rusty, which is good for a Canadian car. Just dings and stuff like this. Floor, though, on this one is pretty rough, as well as the frame rails. You can put your fist right through the frame rail. Be it probably a good candidate for a race car, but again, I think Lou's plan is just to part this one out. I'm actually probably going to buy the FA off of him. Or sorry, the SA off of him. What is it? SA?
SA22.
Yeah, I'm a big RX7 guy. But yeah, this one's pretty clean. I think this was the one I was going to get if he wasn't going to take that one. But
I really want to take the dash out of this thing.
yeah, the dash and...
These seats are super rare. I don't like them, but they're really rare, I guess.
And the cluster is sick too.
The cluster is sick, yeah. I don't know if we'd ever be able to get that working with a truck motor, but I might even take the dash out. I like the black dash.
Yeah. But yeah, this is another cool car. I'm so surprised at how well the bodies are. I'm sure that they all rotted out in the floors because of the seals probably went out in the sunroofs.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, that's another RX-7.
Just your classic 4-cylinder RX-7. What we have here is another RX-7. I believe this one's also a 4-cylinder. Bugs are really bad out here. I think this is the second worst car. It looks okay kind of from far away, but the back fenders are full of Bondo. The floor is super rotted in this one. I think this is the one we couldn't get the hood open, right?
No, we could get the hood open on this one. It was the one in the driveway.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so one of them we can't get the hood open, so we don't actually know, but I'm assuming it's a rotary. Pretty standard. This one's pretty similar to the one out front, except it's got somebody swapped the interior around on it. It's got the similar style dash, but it's burgundy with blue seats, but it looks the same inside as the other cars did. So it's also an 85 slick top. It's got this weird purple tint on the back windows, but overall, it's pretty similar to the other cars. It does have cool wheels on it, though.
Sorry about the background noise. That's our neighbor running his rotary or something like that. I think that's what they sound like. But anyways, that's the 5 RX-7s that Lewis picked up here out of a barn. As you saw, they're all in kind of various states and various trim models and years. I think he's going to take one and I'm going to take one, and then maybe he'll keep one for parts and part the other 2 out. I think Lou plans on going with a drift build, and I'm going to do more of a drag build. But we'll kind of see what happens with these. We're kind of unsure at the moment. If you know anything about these cars, obviously we don't know much about rotaries, let us know in the comments. If you see something that's cool or rare or maybe worth money, let us know. Again, we don't know what we have.
So even though some of the cars are pretty rusty, I'm still super happy with the purchase. It's very cool to find 5 of the same type of car all in one place. It's not every day you get to buy somebody else's car collection. Super excited that both of us are going to be able to build a similar car. It's going to be good content for you guys. So make sure to stay tuned, like and subscribe down below. See you next time.
Take it easy.
We're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna strip my crotch a little bit.